Hello lovely friends, this is Ben from Berlin. Today we are going to make some Chinese dumplings. Dumplings is actually a big category of all kinds of food in China. There are 饺子、包子、锅贴、烧麦、生煎、馄饨、盒子、水晶虾饺、灌汤包 and many more. Today I'm going to make one of my favorite, the pan-fried 5-color dumplings. It's really authentic, very delicious, also super pretty, but still easy to make, and it's vegan. First, for the 5-color filling, we need the green, the spinach, yellow, the Chinese cabbage, white, tofu. It should be the soft type that you can easily poke a hole with your finger. Black, the dried shiitake mushroom. You can find them easily in the Asian market. And the orange, the carrot. We're also gonna need garlic, ginger, and spring onions. I will write down the exact measurement in the description. Okay, first we need to soak the shiitake mushroom with hot water. The dried mushrooms are very good at swimming, so we need to put the other bowl on top to drown them. It will take like an hour, so prepare it in advance. Peel the ginger and chop it into very tiny pieces, as tiny as you can, same with the spring onion. And then chop the Chinese cabbage. We also need to chop them very small, but doesn't have to too small. You can just chop until you are bored and lose your patience, then it's perfect. Add 1 to 2 grams of salt and mix them. This procedure is to get the water out of the cabbage to make it softer. So don't worry if you put too much salt in it, it will be washed off anyway. While waiting for the cabbage to sweat, peel the carrot and grate it. Cook the spinach for 30 seconds in boiling water and then wash it with cold water and squeeze out the water with your hands. By now you should see a lot of water getting out from the cabbage. We need to squeeze out those waters as much as we can. I use a piece of cheesecloth. If you don't have it, just use a strainer instead. When the mushroom is soft and tender, chop them in tiny cubes as well. Now we have all the 5 ingredients ready. Place them in a bowl, make them pretty, and take a photo for Instagram. Place the ginger and spring onion on top. Add salt, MSG, sugar, soy sauce, oyster sauce or vegan oyster sauce, and sesame oil. So to know more about the essential and optional ingredients of Chinese cooking, check my other video. We also need some Sichuan pepper oil. Fry the pepper with vegetable oil in low heat until the peppers turn brown. Remove the oil from the heat and immediately pour it on top of the ginger and spring onion. Then the very nice smell should be all over your kitchen now. Mix everything and the filling is done. The dumpling wrapper. Handmade dumpling wrapper is hard. So if this is your first time to make dumplings, don't bother, just buy them. You can find them in the freezer in the Asian supermarket. Of course, if you want to give a try, please check the pork dumpling video for the handmade wrapper recipe. Now it's the fun part. Let's wrap the dumplings. You need the filling, the wrapper, and a bowl of water. Put some of the filling in the middle of the wrapper, and then wipe some water on the edge. Fold the wrapper in half, pinch the top of the opposite ends together. And then the beginner way is just to close each side, just like the shape of that Italian pasta. It's totally fine, but I also want to show you a more authentic way to do this. First, create the pointy ends of the dumpling, but not in the middle of each side. One edge should be a little bit shorter than the other one. Keep the shorter edge straight and pinch small wrinkles on the longer edge. Pinch it really hard to make sure it seals properly. So in this way, the dumpling will have a curvy moon shape. It's just more 3D and looks much better. Sprinkle some flour on a cutting board. Put the dumplings on it, but don't let the dumplings touch each other. They are very clingy. Time to cook the dumplings. Pour a thin layer of vegetable oil in a non-sticky pan. Turn on the medium heat and start to place the dumplings on it one by one. Fry the dumplings briefly until the bottom of the dumplings start to get hardened and are turning brown. Pour 100 ml of water in the pan and immediately close the lid. Cook for a few minutes until the water is almost dry. Open the lid, continue to fry a few minutes until the bottom of the dumplings is in a very nice golden color. They are ready to be served. Let the dumplings cool down a bit. Meanwhile, you can prepare a dip sauce. Chop some garlics, add sesame oil, vinegar, and a little bit of soy sauce. Sprinkle some spring onion and black sesame seeds. Now you can enjoy the dumplings. When you bite through the crispy oil-fried dumpling skin, the very juicy and soft filling bursts out in your mouth with many different flavors. And the sesame oil adds just a right amount of nutty taste. The garlic and the vinegar provide a refreshing touch to balance up with the oil. It's a sensational explosion in one bite.